Hey guys, Richard here with Alien Bros. I hope every one of you is having a fantastic day, and in this video I have a few things to go over in terms of UFO sightings, and then I have some news to tell you guys about. Now, before we start, I just want to say that I have been noticing some strange stuff going on up in the skies lately, more so than usual. There's always something strange going on, but it's just been a little bit more unusual lately. I just recorded not too long ago this UFO that has been hovering in the skies over Smithsburg, Maryland every night for about a week now. This light moves occasionally very slowly in the sky and would sometimes fade out right before doing so. Whatever it was definitely nothing normal, and I did get footage of it which I will be uploading later, so keep an eye out for that. I'll share a section of the footage in this video, but the full clip won't be in this video because the footage is 15 minutes long, so I am planning to upload a whole video dedicated to just that sighting for the sake of time. And I figured I would let you guys know in this video so you can keep an eye out for it later. Alright, now for this video, first let's get into those UFO sightings. The first sighting I want to share with you guys is one that was originally posted by our friend over at the Hidden Underbelly 2.0, and it was captured over Colorado Springs on March 4th of this year. I'll go ahead and play you guys the clip and we can analyze it together afterwards, alright? Here it is.
This light out here over the horizon, there was two lights and then it turned into one. And then it keeps fading out and then it comes back on. It's flickering, it's not moving. It stays in the same spot and it looks like it's like orange. It looks like fire is what it looks like. Oh, there's a second one just came on. You see that? I have no idea what that is. But they're getting brighter. One just flickered out again. Now it just came on above it, the one that flickered. That is really weird. So the light was below it, and if the lower one flickered out, and then the light came back on above it. Now there's a third one that just came on. Alright, bottom one just flickered back off again. And they are not moving, so that's the weirdest damn thing. That. There's no airplanes in the sky. You can see they're not moving.
About this sighting just seems off to me and rather strange. I've also been seeing a lot of lights in the sky lately that look very similar to these orbs, both in my own personal sightings and in footage captured by other people. The only difference with this sighting and the others that I have seen is the height in the sky at which these orbs hover and the multiplication of the orbs. The ones I have seen have usually been hovering up higher than commercial airliners and remain in place for a couple of hours before disappearing randomly, or making sudden fast movements in the sky and ending up in a slightly different location. That being said, I do think it is a possibility that these lights could be the same or at least similar. However, I cannot say anything for certain. There is always the chance that this could be a hoax or something mundane being mistaken for UFOs, and if that is the case, then it has no relation to those sightings. However, I won't say anything for certain. As it stands, much like the other sightings, I have no idea what these things are, and they are still unidentified. If you guys have seen these things or something similar, then let us know down in the comments, and feel free to voice your theories about what you believe these objects are. Also, if you have more footage of these objects or something similar, then feel free to send it over to us in an email, and we can work on figuring out what these things are, and if they are alien, why they're here, and what they want with us. As always, all input is welcome. You guys usually do an amazing job when it comes to figuring out what most of these things are, and it helps us out tremendously, while also giving us on occasion new explanations to help explain away other similar sightings we may come across to potentially share in the future. Alright, so next I have a UFO sighting to share with you guys that comes from our friend Brian over at UFO File Chicago. We've shared his stuff on the channel before, and if you haven't seen him yet, then go check out his channel. He posts a lot of great sightings that he captures himself, and this video felt extra relevant because it's the same type of sighting that I had the other night, and many others have been having this entire month and last month. This sighting was captured over Chicago, much like his channel name suggests, and it was recorded 2 days ago on March 16th of 2018. I'll play the clip for you guys, and stick around because, as usual, we'll talk about it after and share a few more incredible sightings, including the last 5 minutes of my own sighting that I captured on Friday, March 16th as well. So go ahead and check out this footage.
We got something over here. I just saw this. I don't know what that is, but oh. It's moving all kinds of crazy different directions. There you go. Easy come. Wow. It's going up, it's going down.
So this footage is certainly showing something weird. The thing about these lights is that they simply hover in one spot for extended periods of time and lack any flashing aviation lights. This means that whatever these things are, they're technically illegal. We also don't have any sort of technology that allows us to simply hang out in one place at least 30,000 feet in the sky without moving, at least none that I'm aware of. It is possible that we have something military that is capable of this, and it is entirely possible that the military was testing the objects that have been being witnessed, although I doubt it. I fail to see why the military would be testing something like this in an area where people are obviously going to be able to see it, with plenty of time for witnesses to get video footage of it, considering they're usually in the sky sometimes for hours at a time. I personally think that this is something of a sort of reconnaissance, possibly being conducted by either the US military or a foreign power or an alien craft that's scouting our planet, gathering data for some unknown purpose. Whatever was caught in this footage, it is definitely something weird, and the fact that it's becoming so common lately makes me, in a sense, worried that something is about to happen. Whatever that something is, I hope it isn't something that could mean trouble for all of us. Alright, so I have another UFO sighting to share with you guys. This one was also originally posted by the Hidden Underbelly 2.0, and it is one of these orb sightings, only this time it was captured over a UK Navy base in Plymouth, England, specifically the HMNB Devonport HM Naval Base, which is the largest naval base in Western Europe. It was recorded on February 24th of last month, and the fact that it was filmed over a military installation is even more intriguing to me. It also fits in with the last 2 UFO sightings I showed you guys, and you'll see why in a second. Anyway, I'll go ahead and play you guys the clip, and we'll examine it together afterwards, alright? Here it is.
It's the second time it's disappeared now. Look, and it's come back again. hovering. Go on again.
So this footage appears to show more of these mysterious hovering orb UFOs, and it's really got me wondering just who these things belong to. If they aren't something military, then are they spying on military bases around the world trying to scout out our capabilities, or are they something terrestrial? Maybe they're something alien obtained by a foreign government being used to spy on other governments. Whatever they are, they're definitely weird, and the fact that they're over a government installation just makes this all the more strange. As you're all probably well aware of by now, there was another piece of AATIP Pentagon UFO footage which was recently released to the public by Christopher Mellon and Luis Elizondo. These objects are being studied by our government, and it is very likely that these orbs are the result of those studies in some way. If they aren't, then they are the very objects being studied, and the US likely is not the only government that has been running these sorts of programs. Whatever the case is, I just hope that these unknown objects are not going to spell trouble for society. From what we've seen and what the Pentagon officials who released the US Air Force fighter jet UFO clips have stated, these crafts are capable of feats far beyond anything known by the public on this planet. There is always the possibility that the US or Russia have something similar tucked away under lock and key in one of those classified black projects, but that doesn't mean that they have the same military capabilities that these alien crafts have, even if they were to have obtained it from them. There is no way the government could have all of the same tech that these beings would have, considering how far ahead of us they likely are technology-wise. Yes, I doubt that we would even stand a minuscule chance if it came down to an interstellar war with them, so hopefully these objects are nothing malevolent. Even more so, I hope none of our governments on this planet try to pick a fight with them. Maybe the orbs in this footage are something owned by the UK Navy. I won't say it's impossible, but I have my doubts. If they aren't, then do these objects have any links to the UFOs recorded by the US Air Force and studied by the people at the Pentagon? What do you guys think? Feel free to leave your thoughts on this sighting down in the comments, and if you have more footage, then send us over an email, and we can work on figuring out what you saw, and possibly share it on the channel if we can't debunk it. Okay, so now I want to get into the UFO sighting that I captured myself last Friday on March 16th of this month. I filmed this over Smithsburg, Maryland, and as I mentioned earlier, this will not be the full clip as the entire piece of footage is over 15 minutes long, so I'll only be showing the last 3 minutes of it in this video. I will be uploading the full clip in a later video. Anyway, go ahead and check out this footage and we'll talk a bit more on it afterwards, and then get into some awesome news that I need to share with you guys. Anyway, here's the footage.
Sounds like a car. Want to do it again. Shit, I almost lost it. One long piece of footage. What happened? Yeah, it's in a different spot now. No, it's probably did that zip thing I saw it do earlier, right? Shit, really on there, huh? It's fading. It's doing it again. Did it. Faded out again. Now it's back. I wasn't on it. Fuck, I missed it. It faded out, but I didn't get it. Didn't have the camera on it. Wait, it's doing it again. I got this one. That's what it's been doing. Now you guys see for yourselves. Alright, I'm cold. I'm done recording. Let's go inside.
Yeah, so we've been seeing this new orb of light on and off for the past week or so. We immediately knew it was nothing normal when we first saw it. Certainly no normal aircraft, planet, or star. It was way too large and way too bright. It also does not show up every night, and when it does, it tends to change positions in the sky, while also occasionally dimming and fading out, sometimes completely for an extended period of time, much like you saw in this footage. We also saw a blue light in the sky far away in a different location on the same night, which we at first thought was possibly a star or some sort of aircraft, because it almost seemed to have a light flashing on it, although it was hard to make it out. We attempted to film this one as well, however it did not show up on my phone's camera for some reason. After watching that UFO for a bit, we saw it move across the sky to a different location extremely quickly, and it looked like a blurred line while doing so. We wondered if maybe the craft in this clip and the blue object were somehow related, but we have no way of knowing for sure. If we see the blue object again, we will bring a better camera to record it with. What this object we filmed is, though, I have no idea. We saw a couple commercial airliners fly by it, and this thing was clearly far higher in the sky than they were, which means that this thing is something far more capable in terms of flight abilities. Now, I am in no way saying that these are 100% extraterrestrial crafts, because I have no way of confirming that theory. I'm just saying that I am personally leaning towards it based on the evidence that I have at hand. I feel it is possible, but even I am not entirely sure that this sighting or the others are alien. They may be government for all I know, but I know that they are definitely, for certain, some sort of flight-capable craft. I have ruled out the idea that the objects in this footage are a star or planet, since it is far too large, far too bright, and is not always visible in the sky, and has only appeared recently. And also, because it is usually moving back and forth across the sky, and doing so rather quickly. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I want you guys to be free thinkers and come up with your own thoughts and opinions. The goal of this channel is only to present evidence and give the theories and possibilities that I have come to after studying the footage for hours, sometimes days, and failed to debunk them or do so completely. If it is amazing enough that I can't figure it out, then I use those standards to decide whether to share it with you guys or not. However, you should never let my theories influence your own. If you choose to believe them after doing your own studying and research, then feel free, but you should always attempt to come up with your own theories and attempt to debunk them on your own. I am only human and can only do so much. I make mistakes sometimes. I am far from perfect, and having you guys help debunk these things is nice because it's a combination of many great minds working together and coming up with actual answers. So again, feel free to leave your thoughts and theories down in the comments, and if you have caught something similar on video, then send us an email with the details and the evidence. If you don't want it to be shared here, then we'll simply go over it with you and attempt to figure out what it was you recorded and bear witness to. Alright, so let's get into the news that I mentioned earlier. The news is that researchers working on Breakthrough Listen, a major project which is scanning the stars in the search for intelligent life, announced that they have found 3 more deep space signals, with one being the strongest ever detected. The mysterious and rare signals are known as fast radio bursts, or FRBs, but scientists are still unsure what causes them. However, the experts know that these bursts can emit as much energy in a second as the sun does in 10,000 years. They are exceptionally difficult to study, as they can last as little as a millisecond, and there is no way to predict when they are coming. On March 9th, astronomers working at the Parkes Radio Telescope in Australia picked up the strongest FRB, dubbed FRB 180301, ever received. Just 8 days earlier on March 1st, a weaker signal was intercepted, while another FRB was detected on March 13th, taking the total discovery count to 33. Breakthrough Listen researchers wrote on a Berkeley University blog that while astronomers don't know all that much about FRBs, only tens of bursts have ever been detected. We can infer some intriguing details about them. Firstly, they exhibit a telltale sweep in frequency that suggests they are incredibly far away, billions of light years. FRBs travel billions of years to get to us and only last a few milliseconds, suggesting the emission mechanism is short-lived. Some experts say they are natural, such as exploding stars, while other scientists believe they are extraterrestrial signals which were intentionally sent Earth's way. It is theorized that these bursts can also be caused by neutron stars and cataclysmic events. However, they are unsure what is truly the cause for every single one of them. This powerful radio burst was said to have very possibly been from an extraterrestrial race. However, scientists are saying that due to the speed at which the radio signals travel, 186,000 miles per second, the race that sent them is likely to be long gone by now. Anyway, I have a different question. Some of you likely don't know this, but NASA has been secretly testing the use of lasers to send data to their satellites and other equipment out in space for years. The name of this current project is the Laser Communications Relay Demonstration. This project was originally exposed when people watching the ISS livestream had spotted quick red beams of light flying by the ISS, and they pointed it out, forcing NASA to spill their guts on the project. The point of these lasers is to send information to their equipment up to 100 times faster than radio signals can, and it does indeed work. For example, when a radio signal is sent to a satellite in outer space, say around Mars or the Moon, it may take many minutes for that signal to reach the satellite, and for the satellite to return a signal back to the computer. This process, however, can be done in as little as 3 seconds when using laser tech rather than radio waves. This, however, does make me wonder, why are we looking for radio bursts when we already have access to laser transmission technology, and we are likely nowhere near as advanced as these other alien races would be, so wouldn't it be more likely that they would be using laser tech to transmit data, or another far more advanced form of technology that we haven't even came close to obtaining yet, or at least as far as the public knows about anyway? We can never truly know just how advanced the tech our government is working with is in the black projects that they've been funding for decades and keeping from the grasp of the public. Either way, I found this information very interesting and figured it would give you guys something to chew on for a while. We very well may have made contact with aliens. I was also informed, thanks to the Hidden Underbelly 2.0, that a NASA insider may be soon releasing 2 pieces of UFO footage that they handed over to Luis Elizondo, so keep an eye out in the news for that. From my understanding, they will not be filmed in FLIR thermal and will likely be incredible. These are captures that NASA thought were strange. Clearly, there is a lot more going on out in space than NASA and the government want us to know about. We'll just have to wait and see where this goes. I figured I would let you guys know, since if it is true, then all of you would likely be interested in knowing about it. I certainly am, that's for sure. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today, but stay tuned because there is a lot more coming and we will have it posted very soon. If you liked the video, then please don't forget to smash that like button on your way out, share it, comment, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button and tap that notification bell. It really helps us out and it'll let you guys stay up to date by sending you a message straight to your inbox every time we upload a video, and you can stay on the up and up with all the latest alternative news. Also, if you want updates on when our videos will be coming out, then please go follow our Facebook page. The link is down in the video description. If you have some UFO footage or evidence that you would like us to feature on the channel, then please email it over to us. Our email is down in the video description, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for your support, guys. It means a lot to us, and don't forget to browse the channel if you're new and get yourself up to speed. As always, I'm Richard with Alien Bros, and I'll see you guys again next video.